So forex market is just as the name implies, it simply means foreign exchange. Foreign exchange. Foreign exchange. That's what we call forex trading. So if you're in Nigeria, you familiar with these are bookie guys um that help exchange different currencies. They make profit doing that. Now, the difference between what they do there and what we have here is that we are doing ours online. We are doing it virtually. We make profit when there's a change in price, right? That's what we call CFD, contract for difference, right? You make profit when there's a difference from where you buy or where you started selling from and to wherever the price got to, right? So if you want to trade forex, the first thing you need is to have a broker, right? Just like if you want to save money in Naira in Nigeria, and any other country in the world, you deposit your money in the bank. You have an account, your bank, and deposit your money and save it there, right? If you want to trade crypto, you register on exchange and deposit your money there to trade. In forex, if you want to trade forex, you must have what we call forex brokerage account. We have forex broker. You need to have account with forex broker. That is where you deposit the money you need to trade the financial market with. So, and if you want to also trade stock, of course, we have what we call stock brokers, right? That you need to have an account with. Now, this morning I'll be introducing to us one amazing forex broker that is making a lot of waves right now, and that is Tag Market. I know many of us have been trading. We may not have cared so much to introduce people to our trading platform, right? But here, why this Tag Market is making waves is that they came up with something new, right? They came up with something new, and that is why we are sharing this amazing opportunity with people. What are those things that makes this Tag Market unique? Number one is that we have different types of accounts. Just like when you go to your bank, we have current account, we have fixed deposit, we have a savings account, and a whole lot of other accounts. Right? In Tag Market, they have normal account and they have Islamic account, they have a micro account or cent account, and they have what we call amplified account, and that is why we are promoting this and we are sharing this with you. They have what we call amplified account. The question is why amplified account? Why should you buy into amplified account? Amplified account came as a result of these people discovering that there's a challenge of liquidity in the industry of forex trading. What is liquidity? Liquidity is just money. People don't have enough money to trade with, right? Especially in this part of the world, somebody will bring $100 and will be making attempt to convert to a kind of flip that $100 to $1,000 in a day or in 2 days, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, it's possible, but the risk is 50-50, right? So this company discovered that this problem of liquidity and they decided to say, hey, bring in your money. We can help you to add additional money to it so that you have enough money to trade the market with and make profit for yourself. And the profit you're making is yours, 100%. You're not, the company is not taking anyone from. You make profit and then you withdraw. You can withdraw your profit, right? So that's why we're talking about this broker. They offer you this amplified account that you bring in $1,000 and you decided to go for 12x amplified account. That's your $1,000 will be multiplied by 12, giving you $12,000, right? So imagine somebody who has $1,000 and another person that have $12,000 going into the same market. Of course, that person that has $12,000, we make more money than somebody who is coming in with $1,000, right? Now, this company also is presently offering our community. This is an exclusive deal with our community in AI tech, right? I'll talk about AI tech later, right? They are giving us 24S right now, which means we are having what others are not having access to right now. And this offer is available only this month. It will end by end of this month, so you have to take advantage of it. And that is 24x. You bring in your money here, it is multiplied by 24x for you to trade, right? And for me, this is just amazing, right? This is just amazing. And not just that, Tag Market is also offering you education for those that want to learn how to trade. You can also learn how to trade on this platform, right? By going to the educational aspect of it, right? Now let's talk about AI tech. The reason we are here is because of this unique offer that we are getting from Tag Market and another set of people called AI tech. and Sonic AI saw what these people are doing. They decided to say, hey, we are a group of professional traders. We want to use this platform to help people make money even when they don't understand what forex trading is all about, right? And that brings us to copiers. Another unique features we have in tag market is this copiers. What exactly is copiers? Copiers means you who don't even have idea, or maybe you understand how forex work, but you don't want to bother yourself with trading, looking at charts and understanding when kind of getting a nice trade setup to enter the market. You don't have to bother yourself about that. Why don't you copy the activity of a professional and then go to sleep? That's why we call what we make here sleeping allowance, right? So you copy the activity. What does it really mean? We have a professional trader who has been trading for years, and the person is telling you, come, instead of you going to study the chart, come and connect with my own account so that any activities I'm having in my account will also reflect in yours. And whenever I make profits, you make profit. And then if I also, of course, when I make loss, it also reflects on yours, proportional to the amount you're bringing. So when you connect your account, whatever profit they make, it will also reflect in yours, right? That is another wonderful feature from this tag market. And then we have another company called Sonic AI. Sonic AI have been trading for years, right? These are individuals that have been trading forex market for years. They decided to develop an AI that does this trading for you hands-free, right? And because you can't afford to buy this AI, they decided to bring it into copiers area for you to copy the activities of this AI. Mind you, this AI is not just about automated and then they leave it there for it to run with your money. No, it is every of their trade is being monitored by human beings, even when they are trusting the activities of the AI. But the traders are still monitored because they understand millions of dollars or even billions are connected to it. So they have to be careful to make sure that there's conservative trading. That is to ensure that you don't lose your capital, right? You don't lose your capital. So they brought in Sonic AI into um, tag market and ask people, hey, you can connect with our AI, make profit on daily basis as we are making. As I'm talking to you this morning, we've already made profit. And that's why Mr. Felix will say we are making sleeping allowance here, right? We did not study chart. We've not opened our trading view, but we woke up this morning. The AI has done its job and we made some profit, right? So Sonic AI has been trading for years, right? Now, one of the things you should ask whenever you're presented with any forest broker is how if they are licensed or not, right? You ask yourself, is this forest brokerage licensed or not? Is it regulated, right? Of course, you know, in Nigeria right here, you can't just wake up and open a bank. Even microfinance banks are regulated. Our microfinance banks are regulated, right? Now, if you want to know how regulated or if tag market is actually regulated, go to wikifx.com, right? Then in the search bar, just type tag market. It's going to bring you here. You can see that this is regulated in Mauritius, security trading license. It has security trading license, right? You see everything you need to know about forex. I mean, this tag market right here, right? Is I think is close to 3 months, 3 years in operation right now, right? So it is well regulated. That should give you confidence, right? You know, the confidence you have when you have your money in a standard bank like Zenith Bank is not the same you have when you're depositing your money in OPay, right? Because of the various level of regulation that each of them have and insurance as well. This broker is also well insured, right? It is insured. There's insurance covering this broker, I think in London, right? So that is why we are sharing this amazing opportunity for you. The question now is what has this the Sonic AI I spoke to you about? What have been their performance over time? You know, your concern is your money. How am I sure that when I deposit my money, they won't tell me story the following day? Now, that brings me to this my FX book platform. This is where if you're a trader right now and you feel you're doing very well, in order to convince investors to put money or give you the account to trade for them, you come and register in this independent platform called my FX book. This is like a ledger where you see the activities of a trader. You see if they are making money or they are not making money. When they make loss, right, you see there. When they make profit, you also see there. This is an independent third-party platform where you see how transparent somebody's trades are, right? So if you really want to trade, maybe you want to get an investor, you register here, give them your MT5 login and details, let them see what you're doing, let people view whatever you're doing anywhere around the world. So when you come to this place, you search for something like search for Sonic AI, the AI we are talking about right now, Sonic AI. Let's see, we are trying to check the activity of Sonic AI for period of time. Now, here is the activity of Sonic AI, right? This is it, Sonic AI. You can see it. You can do this by yourself, okay? You can do this by yourself. Excuse me. When you, with your device, just go to myfacebook.com and then you'll be able to see the activity of this AI over getting to 2 years now. They're registered on this platform since November 2024, right? You can see the graph showing you the movement, how they've been trading, right? You equally see the equity, how much they are trading with, right? You see the movement, right? Then look at when they started trading here. If you check this bar chart, you see when they started trading since November 2024. Okay, they've been trading here since November 2024. Now, if you check the activity, you see that they've been consistently making profit, right? Now, what are the numbers you should pay attention to? The question you should ask yourself is how often do they make profit on what monthly basis, right? In average, look at it. Average monthly, they make 1.16%. 1.16%. This number does not really sound good to somebody who somebody must have spoken to, and you are told you're going to make up to 20 or 15% in a month, right? And we are telling you they make 1%. That is where that leverage, that amplified account comes in tag market, right? When you have account amplified by 12x, if this platform makes 1% in a month, that is 1%, that's a figure that gives you 1% multiplied by 12, right? If you're on 24x, that is that amount or that percentage multiplied by 24, which is to say, if you're trading with $1,000, whenever Sonic AI makes 1% in a 1.16% average in a month, that is to say, you are making around uh you are making around the figure multiplied by 24. What is 1% of let me just 1%, 1.16% of 1,000, 1.16% of 1,000 is $11. That is the normal figure you're supposed to make. Then if you're on 24x, you multiply it by 24. That will give you $270. That will give you $278. If you're on 12x, that will be multiplied by 12, and that will give you $139. Right? Now, another interesting thing you should pay attention to is this drawdown. Drawdown, and that is where you should pay attention to. What is drawdown? That is the loss they've encountered in trade, right? This this only AI has not done up to 1% loss in a trade, right? They've not had up to 1% loss. The drawdown here is 0.86. Mind you, these people started trading on tag market just last year. This information you're seeing here is the activities they've been running for over 2 years since 2014, right? This is the activity. And now they are telling you, this transparent platform is telling you that they've never had up to 1% drawdown. What does this thing mean for you as somebody who wants to work with this platform? You're asking yourself, what is the tendency? What is the possibility of me losing my money completely? Now, if your account is on 12x, if your account is on 12x, that is to say, this platform will have to lose money up to 80 times, 80 times in a row before you lose your money completely, right? You have to lose money. This platform will have to lose money up to what 80 times if you're on 24, if you're on 12x before you can completely lose your money. Now, what should give you confidence that hey, this thing is all this I can't possibly allow my money to get liquidated in the market. There are so many things. Is that let's start with the what has happened in the past on AI. I told you first, they've not had up to 1% drawdown. They've not had up to 1% loss, right? That is one. Secondly, on this platform, they've not had up more than two trades lost in a row. They've not had more than two consecutive loss in a row. What does this thing mean for you? It means that this platform has not lost trade, then lose it again, and then lose again. We've not had third one in a row. Not to talk about it getting to 80 times before you lose your money completely, right? They've not had that kind of loss before. Now, what possibility do you have to stop this if you are seeing abnormality in the activities? This platform gives you control over your money, which means if you find out that this thing is misbehaving, that the AI is performing abnormally, you have control to disconnect from this Sonic AI. Let's say, we are as a community right now, if we start seeing like three losses or up to five losses in a row, the next thing we are going to do is to tell our community, please go and disconnect it because something is obviously wrong somewhere. Because in the history of the performance of this AI, it has not recorded more than two trade loss in a row, right? So I'm just trying to tell you the control you have over the activities of this AI. And another important thing you should also pay attention to is that they don't even trade up to four times in a day, which means they are giving you enough time if you find any abnormality in the activities of this AI. If you see it trading beyond the way it should trade and is making consistent loss, it should call for concern. So it will take like almost a week, almost up to 2 weeks of you doing nothing before the AI can completely uh, liquidate your account, right? Of course, I know if you sign up, you'll be monitoring your account to know the activities of this platform. And that's why you belong to community. If there's anything, you get information there. And then if something like that should happen, you disconnect your account. You have control over your money. Now that brings me to the next thing I told you, the first thing I told you to help you understand the difference between what we have in Sonic AI and other Ponzi scheme you must have participated in the past. Here, there's nothing. Number one, there's nothing like referral bonus. Most times you are preaching to some of your prospects to get them to see the opportunity you have here. Many of them will be thinking that you want to get them registered so that you get paid referral bonus. No, there's nothing like referral bonus. I mean, all these 10% they pay you when somebody comes into a system. It doesn't happen like that here, right? It doesn't like because they are doing real trading. Now, one of the reasons those Ponzi schemes used to fail is that when somebody is coming into the system, depending on the compensation plan, if they are paying the person who referred them 10%, that means the company is already running at a loss. Most of them that will promise you 300 x or 300% of your money. And the moment you're bringing the money into the system, they're already taking part of the money to pay to somebody who brought you into the system. That means they're already at loss. So they need other people to continue coming for the system to be sustained for a while. And at the point when it gets to this the saturated point where no money is coming, remember they're already running at a loss for deducting the money investors are bringing into the system to pay the upline. That is when you start hearing story that we are doing upgrade. From upgrade, you have another one we call error 404, and that is when they will finally pack up. That is the difference between what we have here. Here, there's nothing like referral bonus. We only have what we call profit sharing, which means if I refer you into the system, it is only when you make profit that I make profit. If you're coming into the system, I'm not, even if you deposit $1 million today, I'm not earning anything from it until you trade and make profit. That is when I'll make profit. Which means if you don't make profit, I'm not going to make any money for bringing you into the system. And that should tell you that anybody bringing you here, really trust what we are doing right here before the person brings you. We have a lot of wicked people that even though they know a system is failing, they will still refer others to join so that they can collect 10%. and then you lose your money entirely, right? Because of that 10%, they will bring you into the system. They don't care if the system is crashing or not. But here, it is only when you make money that your client or whoever that brought you into the system makes money. So every one of us is praying for you to make profit so that we get paid. That is the amazing thing about what we have here. And for you, a network as a networker, you're looking at it that it doesn't sound good that you don't get paid when you refer people. Now, I want you to picture it in a bigger way. Here, you get paid as long as the person is in the system trading and making profit. And that is to say, instead of that 10% you get paid once for referring somebody, you constantly get paid from the same person for years to come, as long as the person is in this system trading and making profit, right? I hope this makes sense to us, right? If you're a networker, you can build an amazing team that will be getting you paid um, every week for as long as this system exists, right? And that is the amazing thing about what we have here in tag market, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I know I've spoken so much about what we have here. Why should you trust this? I'm going to be showing you the results I've generated. It will interest you to know that I started this. I joined this just less than 3 weeks ago, right? Why do I have so much confidence in this? Because I already have knowledge of forex and I know what these people are doing is free. I decided to be part of it. So uh my little weeks of doing this right now, I've been able to kind of generate a reasonable result. Okay. All right. So this is, let me take you to my MT5 rather, a trading platform. MT4 is an app where you do your normal trading, right? Now I'm going to be showing you what I've been able to make within I started 24th of last month, right? So let me go to this. Okay, let's go 1 month, right? Look at this. I deposited $1,500 and it was amplified to 24x. That is $36,000, right? You can see it there. Now, from that 24th of last month and now, this is the profit it has generated for me. Okay, this is the profit this account has generated, right? For just less than a month, right? Right. So imagine what I'll be able to get with this in the next coming months before this year runs out, right? The interesting thing is that you can also compound the profits you're making right here, and that is even when it gets sweeter, right? You know the eight wonders of the world is compound interest, right? If you're compounding your profit, that is putting the profit back into the system for it to increase your capital, and that increase of capital also results to increase in the profit generated per trade, right? So let me also show you my uh, other accounts I have right here. Okay, this is my Oga's account, Mr. Felix. He gave me access to this to also monitor to kind of convince me that what we have here is real. And this account has been trading for um since I think April 1st. You can see it there, April 1st, right? And look at the profit it has generated. It started with $5,000, with $5,000 amplified on 24x, right? $5,000 amplified on 24x, that is $120,000, right? And he has made profits of over $3,000, $3,431 right now, right? The question is, what is remaining for him to get out his capital within just few months of trading? Just a little thing. Maybe in the next 1 or 2 months, his capital will be completely out. And the interesting thing is that he will start trading with only the money, the profit he has made. And that's one thing about it. If you can come in with something reasonable, you can come in with something reasonable. Give yourself few months. If you're too scared, give yourself few months. Withdraw your capital out. You can see he has been making a lot of withdrawals here. You can see the money amount he has withdrawn. So we are not telling you come and invest your money where you cannot withdraw. You have access to your money, right? As the profit is coming, you can withdraw it even on daily basis, right? Or even as the trade is dropping, once the trade, you can withdraw immediately. Once your profit has amounted to $10, is available for withdrawal immediately. No question asked. You can pull out the fund, right? So there are so many amazing things you enjoy when you become part of what we have here. Let me also show you another account that we are monitoring, right? This person started with I think 90 something thousand dollars, right? Since October last year, and um he has made profit of over, let me get to, he has made profit October 1st. Look at this. He has made profit of over $1 million. Somebody started with 90 something thousand, 99,500 dollars, $1,000, and he has compounded because he's compounding. He has made over $1 million. I'm just trying to show you how far you can go with little money in this amazing opportunity. I know some of us may not have such big amount of money to get started with. What of if you decide to sacrifice? There's what I call sacrifice money, right? Let's say you have little money to gamble with. You don't want to, stress yourself, and you decide to compound it. Okay, compound interest. Okay, I'm going to show you one amazing thing about this. What you can achieve with your little money in the next let's say give yourself 4 years here, right? Let's say you decided to start with $500 today, okay, and you are now, like I told you, in average we make 15% every month, right? Sometimes it can be above 20%, but let's just say 15% every month. Let's say you're making 15%, which is even lower than what we used to have, right? And then you are compounding monthly, right? In the next 4 months, sorry, 4 years, this your $500 will be worth over 400,000, 409,700 dollars, right? Remember, just 500. So just 500. There's a particular account of mine that I promised myself I'm not going to touch, even though there's one I'm withdrawing from. I have this one that I'm not going to touch for the next 3 to 4 years. Let me see what I can achieve with it. You can also do something like that. You can create multiple accounts for different purposes, right? For instance, the one you don't want to touch, and you have the one you can withdraw for your daily expenses. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the wonderful things we have here in tag market. What of if you go for, let's say, $200? Imagine your $200 in 4 years. $200 in 4 years is $168,880, right? For the next 4 years, right? Now, another question you should ask yourself: what of, I'm giving you high figure for, especially for some of us in Nigeria. What of 3,000? I mean, $300. I mean, $30. $30. Your $30 can actually turn to $24,582 in the next 4 years, running with this amazing opportunity. All these things I'm telling you, they are possible, right? They are possible with this, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wonderful opportunity, and that is why people are inviting you to see this amazing opportunity. I know somebody invited you. Please get back to whoever that invited you. Get started immediately. You don't need to ask questions. I'm speaking to you today. The truth is that I just started not up to 3 weeks ago, and I'm already sharing this amazing opportunity because I know what these people have. I've done my due diligence. I've seen that what they are doing is free, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, give back to whoever that invited you, and get the link and get started in here. Don't waste time. One of the major regrets I have is if I had known about this, imagine, I don't know how the whole thing come about. I used to speak with Mr. Felix almost on monthly basis, but all of a sudden, since this year, I've not spoken with him. So I wasn't even aware of this amazing opportunity. It was when he posted something one day. I he trade and I also trade. So I was thinking the result he's posting is from his own trading. I didn't know there is AI that can help you trade, right? Because I have community of people that walk up to me and say, "Can you trade for me?" And trading is something that requires a lot of mental stress. And if you're not psychologically set, you can't go into the market and make profit. If you go into the market, you will just be seeing your problems all over the chart, right? And I don't like trading with people's money, right? Because if if the money gets liquidated, I won't know how to explain to the person to understand that I'm not the one that took his or her money, right? So this opportunity gives me another bigger opportunity to share with people for them to come into the system. While they are learning about forex, they're also making money, right? While they are here, they're also making money. That is one reason I came into the system, And it also helps you manage emotion, right? Sonic AI helps you manage your emotion. If you're a trader, you know that when you have a setup, you have a nice setup, no matter how professional you think, you always prepare your mind for two things, loss or win, right? And most time when you see your trades running on negative, you tend to have these things. And most time you find out that when immediately you close that trade, even when it has not hit your stop loss, or most time it will hit your stop loss and start going the direction you want or you had forecast it to go to. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is one amazing thing about it. If you put your money, you're not sleeping and waking up checking charts. The AI and the guys behind it do the work for you, and then you make profit on daily basis. So